Hi everyone, welcome to another reading. So we are looking at messages from the universe for you today, 3 piles, and as usual the timestamps will be in the description box as well as the comment section. We're going to get straight into your piles. Here they are. Hi guys, and welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So we are asking the question of what the universe wants you to know right now, what messages the universe has for you. We've got tarot and oracle as always, guys. So let's get into it straight away. We have Guardian with the number 19. Guard your energy. We have Dark Night of the Soul with number 11. Life brings new meaning. We have 29. Open intuition. Seek clarification. We have number 42. I should be breaking these down for you guys as well. The energy of transformation supports our ability to gracefully flow through times of transition, allowing the old to make room for the new. We have curiosity. The frequency of curiosity supports our intrinsic inquisitive nature, which is the necessary driving force behind any growth and evolution. And we have number 27, and that was number 15. And we have number 27, intuition. The energy of intuition supports our ability to conceive the subtle language of the realms beyond the three-dimensional reality. Our tarot today, or rather your tarot, is the Page of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords, we have the Temperance card, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Wands. So let's get into this, guys. So definitely looking at the Ace of Wands, looking at that Page of Pentacles, I think there's new beginnings coming for you guys. You may be making plans right now with that Four of Swords energy. You could be in a bit of time of reflection. Maybe just taking a bit of a break, having a bit of a think about your next move. For some of you guys, this has been a bit of a journey for you, or it's about to be. With this Dark Night of the Soul, some of you guys may be doing a lot of shadow work, shedding a lot of things that maybe don't serve you anymore, and just really transforming with this transformation card your whole self, I feel like. There could be some, with this curiosity card here, you may be delving quite deep here into things, into, perhaps for some of you, I'm hearing this could even be a deep dive into, who you are at the core. Maybe this is a self-discovery kind of thing as well, journey, I should say, to authenticity and things like that. And we do have open intuition, and we have intuition here with the other card as well. So it's mentioned twice, so that's just a clarification that it is really important for you on this little journey that you're about to be on, or you have already, been on, or are on, I should say, as well. That intuition is really important, to understand what the next steps may be, or to even, again, with that seek clarification to get the answers that you need. The answers are within. So that's why it could be important for some of you guys, if you haven't already, to take some time just with yourself to reflect, to go through these, motions if you are doing a bit of shadow work, things like that. And I know that, doing shadow work and things isn't always an easy journey, guys, but it is well worth it in the end. And, you know, we have guardian here, guard your energy. So I do feel like if you guys are going through some sort of transformation right now, if you have been working on yourself, if you're doing a bit of a deep dive, just be careful. I want to say this in two different ways. So I feel like for some of you, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but some of you may actually, excuse me, be actually getting into spirituality for the first time, maybe you know, sort of diving into trying to connect with the higher realms and things like that. And I did see when I pulled this card, the Four of Swords, it did make me think of astral travel. Some of you guys might even be trying astral travel. So if you are, you know, sort of delving into those things without too much experience, you know, for the first time, for example, just be careful, guard your energy, guys. Make sure you are protected, because, you know, especially when you're delving into things that you don't really know about, you know, because we can invite energies in, right, that, you know, maybe aren't, you know, so helpful to us, you know, possibly harmful even, and you know, we can get ourselves sort of stuck in situations that we don't want to get stuck in, or involved in things, you know, that we don't quite know how to get out of. And yeah, so, you know, there's good and bad out there, guys. So, and that, you know, is the same for the 5D as well. So just be really careful and protect your energy if you are doing anything like astral travel or any kinds of, you know, dealings with the higher realms, okay, and other dimensions and things like that. So we have the Wheel of Fortune here, guys. So I feel like, you know, and we've had that life brings new meaning. So if you guys really have been going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, if you have really sort of been doing it a bit tough, and maybe, you know, things have been really difficult, maybe you have had a hard road up until now, things are shifting for you guys. The Wheel of Fortune here, is here to tell you that, you know, luck is on your side at the moment, that the wheel is going to shift for you. So if you felt like you're at the bottom of this wheel, you're about to be at the top of this wheel. And again, that transformation is there to confirm that's going to happen for you. And you know, you're going to be seeing things from a whole new perspective on the top of that wheel. And looking at these, how they've got little notebooks here on the Wheel of Fortune card, I feel like some of you may be documenting this transformation. You know, you may be writing a book or something. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that you put out to the world. It may just be for self, you know, like for your own reference. But I do feel like maybe for some of you, you are documenting this, or it's a journal or something maybe that you're writing your experiences down in, and the things that you've been through. And if you're not doing that, maybe that might be helpful for some of you, you know, if you are going through this and you're sort of struggling to deal with it on your own, because of course a lot of shadow work, you know, well, all shadow work, I should say, really has to be done on our own, you know, and sometimes, you know, in life we do have to take a bit of a journey on, you know, on our own, a bit solo, and, you know, that can be a bit scary sometimes, but, you know, sometimes it's necessary, you know, because there's too much influence from outer, you know, energies and circumstances and environments and things like that, and so sometimes we really do need to go it alone for a little bit. And so, you know, if you are feeling a bit, you know, sort of like you really want to express, you know, what's going on and how you're feeling, maybe a journal might be good for some of you guys. And we do have the Temperance card here. So what I'm feeling with this is, you know, I think for those of you, you know, so, you know, when you come into this Wheel of Fortune energy, whether it's in the near future or whether it's right now, that this is happening for you, I feel like, you know, this is going to be because of the patience that you've had, and this will take a bit of patience for you guys, I think, to go through this journey and this, excuse me, to see this transformation through. But you will get there, guys. And you know, for some of you, you are about to be there because you have already done this work. So with this Page of Pentacles, I do feel like this is sort of setting yourself up again. You know, this page, you know, is about the planning stages as well. So maybe you're figuring out your next steps. You're figuring out, you know, for some of you, I just feel like it's almost like a complete like, you know how sometimes we often say we want to hit that reset button. I feel like for some of you, you literally have hit that reset button. And, you know, so it's literally, you know, a planning stages of like, you know, how do I start completely anew with this new transformed, you know, version of myself. And, you know, start up again with a strong foundation, with that stability and, you know, financial security and all those kinds of things that, you know, we want and need in the 3D. Yeah, so with the Ace of Wands, of course, this is new energy coming in, new beginnings for you. So, you know, you may get some kind of epiphany. I mean, Ace of Wands too can be quite creative stuff. So maybe you might have a creative idea or creative spark that may come in, you know, for you in terms of, you know, your next steps. And it doesn't have to be, when I say creative, it doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, in terms of some kind of artistic sort of thing. But it can just be like thinking outside of the box, you know what I'm saying? So it can be that too. I mean, I am hearing curiosity killed the cat, so just be careful, guys. I just feel like some of you are wanting to delve into some things that you don't have a lot of experience in, and you maybe haven't done that much research in. So if you are delving into new things, new practices, if this is anything psychic or anything otherworldly, just be really careful, guys, of what you're doing. And again, guard that energy. Yes. What else am I getting here for you guys? Yeah, so any answers that you're needing right now, once again, you know, anything that you're looking for, whether it is, you know, something to do with, you know, your situation right now, external circumstances, or whether it is, like I said, a bit of a deep dive, you know, definitely that answer is going to come for you from within. And I do feel like if you guys take some time out, and have some patience here with the temperance, this will happen for you guys. Yeah, and I'm looking at this, you know, how the card of transformation here says gracefully flow through times of transition. So, you know, I feel like it is really important for you guys to just go with the flow at the moment. And, you know, sometimes that can be scary, you know, when we don't really know what's ahead, or, you know, things can seem a little bit uncertain, or, you know, it's kind of like Spirit sort of showing me, you know, when people are doing like whitewater rafting or something, and they get sort of swept away with the flow of the water, and you know that can be scary because it's like, well, you know, where's this taking me? But at the same time, you know, they sort of can't fight against it. You know what I mean? You sort of have to go with the flow. And so I feel like, you know, that's going to make things a lot easier on you guys if you do just sort of have some acceptance of this journey as you're going through it, instead of resistance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is definitely, good luck is on your side right now, guys. So whatever you're planning, if you are planning to take a next step, if you guys are at that stage, and you're ready for this new beginning, if you've already done this transformation, or you're at the tail end of this transformation, you guys are definitely, you know, good luck is on your side for whatever steps that you're planning to take next. And once again, let your intuition guide you guys. I'm just keep being brought back to these intuition cards. So it is really important to listen to those, you know, gut instincts and stuff like that. What else do I have for you guys? Anything else here? I just feel like, you know, you guys are going to feel a bit quite rejuvenated with this transition as well. It's like, you know, shedding skin, which, you know, essentially is what you guys are doing, right? So you really are going to feel like a brand new person, I feel like. And, you know, It's not an easy thing, as I said. I've said this twice now. But it's not an easy thing to go through the, changes that, we need to make in order to be the best version of ourselves. And, sometimes even the hardest part is realizing that we need to make those changes. But, kudos to you guys if you have obviously realized that, which it seems you have, because you are going through this journey. So, well done to you. And I'm just, with this temperance card, it's making me think of the angels. So, like, I think angels are assisting you right now. So, there could be heavenly assistance right now, or like, assistance from the 5D for you guys right now. While you've been going through this transformation, or while you're about to be going through this transformation. So, but, your spirit guides are always with you. Universe is with you. This is, of course, a message from the universe. So the universe is supporting you in these next steps, guys. And you're definitely changing things around. I just heard, like, for some of you even, this could be to the point where people are not going to understand how you got from point A to point B. It's literally like people are just gonna be like, what happened to this person? Like like a change overnight almost. Oh God, now I'm Spirit's giving me that. I don't know if it was just in Australia. So if you're not in Australia, you might not know. But what was it from? It was a makeup brand. Is it like Maybelline or something? Or was it Pantene, the hair people? Oh gosh, guys, I don't know. But there was an advertisement for some kind of healthcare product, like makeup, or like a shampoo or something like that. And the tagline, or their what do you call it even? Their signature line was, "It won't happen overnight, but it will happen." And I don't know why, but I used to laugh at that for some reason. It's just like, that is almost a ridiculous thing to say. So it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. So it's going. But I mean, it is true in a way too, right? But I feel like you guys are kind of like the opposite here, where it's like, people are just going to be like, what? How did this happen? The change in this person. And I think even you yourself may be quite surprised as to how you have made this transformation and how you've gotten from point A to point B. I think that is it, guys. I really do. Yeah. I think that's it. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. This was your message. I really hope it resonated. And please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my channel. If you like my energy, if you'd like to leave a comment down below, please do so. Especially if it resonated, I would love to hear that, guys. Other than that, I will hopefully see you on the next reading. Take care. Bye. Hey Pile 2, this is your reading. We are asking the universe what messages it has for you today. We have tarot and oracle as usual, so I'm going to get straight into it. With your oracle, we have number 7, the celestial gatekeeper. Timing is critical. We have number 5, between worlds, new directions. We have 12, divine will, let go of fear. We have time. The energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. That's number 41. We have 37, soul. The energy of soul activates our connection to the part of us that is closer to the higher realms, God or the divine. Honesty with 23. The energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness intact. We also have, for your tarot, the 7 of Wands, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the King of Cups, we have the 9 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Swords. So let's get straight into this. So guys, I feel like you're about to be on a new journey. You guys are about to head off into a new direction. And this is heading towards some kind of emotional fulfillment for you. Now, there's no indication here, of course, what this fulfillment may be. So it's going to be different for everybody. So I am going to leave that up to you to know what that might be. Because I feel like the main message here is not exactly where it is that you're headed, but the fact that you're staying true to this new direction, true to yourself and what your soul desires in order to obtain this emotional fulfillment. Now, with the 7 of Wands here, this could mean that you may be having some people perhaps disagreeing with your choices right now. If this is something, if there's something that you're heading towards, something that you really want, that you know on a soul level is going to serve your highest good, then, you know, you may find some people not maybe agreeing with your choices. And so there may come a time where you will need to stand your ground a little bit. But with the King of Cups here, I feel like you guys are going to be aiming for peace here at the end of the day. You guys are going to be very level-headed in dealing with this, if this is something you're dealing with, and, you know, wanting to keep the peace here in this situation. So you're going to have your emotions in control in dealing with this scenario. Now, with the 9 of Swords, so yeah, now we have the let go of fear card here. So for some of you guys, there may be some stresses, some worries about this next phase, about what it is that you actually want to do. Do I have the courage to pull this off? Can I do this? Can I take that next step? And that could be to do with the 7 of Wands as well. Maybe some of those outer influences are sort of having an effect. But like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like you're going to be dealing with this in a very peaceful way. And you're going to be letting go of this fear, because we do have the let go of fear card. And I do feel like this is going to happen for you guys. Okay. So, you know, this whole situation may be, you may be feeling stuck right now, maybe unsure as to how to get yourself unstuck. But, you know, once again here, I feel like it's with this honesty card, it's about being honest with yourself. So honest in what it is that you want, and where you're headed in this new direction, but also being honest with others. And, you know, sometimes that's not always easy. I know that, you know, especially, you know, for instance, I'll give an example of like the black sheep of the family, for instance, right? So maybe you're wanting something that, you know, is not maybe, I don't want to say accepted, but maybe not understood, right, by others in your family. And this is just an example. It doesn't have to be a family situation, guys, but let's just say, you know, maybe you're wanting different things for the future than perhaps, you know, others have, you know, sort of seen for you or hoped for you. And so, you know, I think it's really important here to be honest and just, you know, try and convey that message of how much this would mean to you, how this would bring you that happiness that you seek, and, you know, on a soul level and things as well. So, yes, I feel like you guys are going to be quite honest here, but in a very mature way, right? That's what I want to say, a very mature way. So, I mean, King of Cups, this could be father energy. This is fatherly energy as well. You know, and also, of course, with Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So that could be a prominent sign in your chart. So, yeah, I mean, the key here is for you guys to let go of this fear. And once you let go of this fear, you know, things will be able to move forward. Time is important here because of course, sorry guys, can't speak, because of course we have time twice. So timing is critical, and then the energy of time supports our understanding of the relativity of time and our capacity to be present in the moment. So I feel like for a lot of you guys too, the time is now. So I feel like, if you're maybe have been procrastinating, or you've been thinking, oh gosh, I sort of know what I have to do, but I don't want to have to take that step. I feel like there is a bit of a full moment here where you're going to have to take that leap of faith. The time is now. And so it's really important right now to be in the present moment. For some of you, you may be getting some wise advice from a King of Cups, if you're not resonating with that being your energy. I feel like for a lot of you that this is your energy, but if it's not, if you're not resonating with that, and like I said, this can represent a father figure, so it could be a father, figure that you're getting advice from here, or wise advice about how to take on this situation and how to move forward and get yourself unstuck from this Eight of Swords energy. Yeah, I mean, this may take some patience and understanding on your part as well. And of course, it's going to take patience and understanding from, others if you are dealing with others in this situation. But I feel like it's really important for you to embody that, embrace that right now, because that really is going to help you move forward. And I feel like it's the fear right now that is keeping you guys stuck. So if you feel like you're not seeing the path forward, you're knowing that there's new directions you're wanting to head in, maybe there's even new opportunities that have approached you, but you're unsure of how to take that step towards them, because you're feeling stuck in this Eight of Swords energy. For a lot of you, this energy of feeling stuck is actually the fear, and once you let go of that fear, you will be able to move forward. So yeah, like I said, for some of you, you're stepping into this role of the King of Cups, and you're going to embody that energy, and that will help you to take your next step and get out of this energy of the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, and move towards your happiness. But for others of you, I feel like this is somebody that's about to be in your energy field, or maybe already is, and they are going to have some wise advice for you as to how to proceed forward here. Again, though, I do feel like a lot of this is based off of honesty, so be honest with yourself, but also honest with others, and that is going to pay off big time for you guys in your next steps. What else do I have here for you guys? I mean, again, with that King of Cups, it is really important, I think, at this time to use both your head and your heart. So to balance those emotions, don't get too caught up in your emotions. But at the same time, I feel like, you guys are dealing with your emotions at this point in time. You're dealing with your heart space. And again, your heart and your soul, you're going after what it is that's going to bring you emotional fulfillment. But I feel like, in terms of dealing with others and in terms of taking these next steps, it's going to be really important for you to balance that head and heart together. So balance the logic and the emotions and all that. It's going to really help you push forward. And like I said, if you are feeling in this Eight of Swords energy, it's going to help you get unstuck. Yeah, don't take this I almost said the Eight of Wands, which actually, seeing as I thought of the Eight of Wands, things could move quite quickly. Like I said, once you get yourself unstuck, once you let go of that fear, things may move forward very quickly for you. But with this Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands energy, it is important to have that patience and understanding. Don't get hot-headed here, guys. I'm hearing, don't, you know, it's one thing to stand your ground and to sort of stand up for yourself and say, you know, look, this is what I want to do. This is where I'm headed. This is, you know, what my soul wants. This is what my heart wants. This is what, you know, I desire. This is, you know, something that resonates with me. Even though you may not understand it, this is, you know, what's going to make me happy, so on and so forth, right? Just examples. And, you know, be honest, but be respectful, right? Be respectful about it. I feel like for some of you too, I'm sort of hearing for some of you, this may be like sort of, dare I say, like people-pleasing kind of energy. Maybe you feel like if this is related to family, for instance, maybe you feel like, you know, there's certain people in your life that want you to take a certain direction. You're wanting to head off in the other direction, and this may be causing a little bit of conflict, to where, you know, you may need to have that honest conversation and say, look, this is really what I want to do. Please, you know, understand me. You know, this is what's going to make me happy. And, you know, I'm sure that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, patience and understanding will prevail. This could be divine timing as well, guys. I'm just hearing with the time card. So for some of you, you know, this has been a while coming, but now is the time. And that's also why it's a critical thing for you guys to make the most of time right now, to not procrastinate and to not let this fear hold you back. You really have to move forward. To make the most of the opportunities that are approaching you now, or maybe a gateway has opened for you guys and it is the opportune time right now for you to take that next step. But if you're going to stay in this energy of you know, the Nine of Swords, of the worry, and, you know, really giving into that fear, that's, you know, stopping you from freeing yourself from, you know, the confines that you find yourself in right now, then again, you know, this is really going to hold you back, and obviously not be, you know, a benefit to you. I think that's all I'm getting, guys. I just wanted to make sure. It's funny because I had to do that. I don't normally do that much. You know, sometimes I'll say, is there anything else I'm getting? And I'll just wait a few seconds. But for some reason, pile 1 and pile 2, I had to sort of take quite a pause there just to make sure there wasn't any messages coming through. Yeah, I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know. I keep wanting to say that same thing, which is just, you know, stick to your guns, actually, is what's coming through. But, you know, just stay true to yourself. You know, if this is really what you guys want, then, you know, the people that, you know, do love you and support you will be there to love and support you through this, you know, regardless of whether, you know, initially, you know, things may be a little bit different, but, you know, those that, you know, truly support us, truly love us, will be there for us in the end. And, you know, so, you know, don't worry about that if perhaps, you know, initially there may be some, I don't want to say it, so I was going to say, I was going to say, like when you play like tug of war, you know, like people pulling from both ends, but that's not what I obviously wanted to say. Excuse me. Maybe that's what you're fearing. Maybe that's what it feels like for some of you guys, you know, that there's going to be that tug of war. But again, you know, you're taking on that King of Cups energy, even if it is, you know, fully your energy from the beginning, or whether like someone else is sort of passing on this knowledge to you. Either way, you're using the energy of the King of Cups in order to help yourself. I want to say now, gracefully move through this situation. And you know, once again, that maturity is going to make itself present here, guys. So there's no rash, I don't feel like, decisions here, or immaturity or anything like that. I feel like it is a very mature way that you are moving through this and getting yourself out of this situation, releasing that fear and taking that opportunity that time is giving you right now, that gateway, that new direction, and going for what it is that you really want. And you know, people are going to be there. I just heard to cheer you on, when you do. So, you know, if that's something you're worried about, don't worry about that, because there are going to be people there cheering you on and supporting you on this journey. But the main thing here is to, you know, definitely stay true to yourself. Go for what it is that you want. If this is something on a soul level, on a heart level that you know is really going to make you happy, go for it. And, let go of that fear. That is really important right now, to let go of that fear, because that is what is holding you back right now, guys. That is what is stopping you from moving forward. Okay, guys, that was your reading. I really hope it resonated. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my channel, if you enjoy my reading, if you resonated with the messages in this reading today. Leave me a comment down below if you wish. I would love to read it. Other than that, I will see you next time. Take care. Bye. Hey, Pile 3, we are on to you last but not least. So, we have Tarot and Oracle for you today, and of course we are getting messages for you from the universe. For your Oracle, 33, Soul Fragments, balance will be restored. Number 35, Spiritual Evolution, set your heart free. 23, Lead the way, light your own path. We also have 27, Intuition. The energy of intuition supports our ability to conceive the subtle language of the realms beyond the three-dimensional reality. We also have the union card with 44. The energy of union activates our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects towards a state of wholeness. Then we have number 30, multidimensionality. The frequency of multidimensionality activates our awareness of our true essence, which is eternal and multidimensional. And for our tarot cards, we have the Page of Cups, the High Priestess. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Two of Pentacles and the Fool. So. Wow. I think you guys are really delving into your intuition here, really diving deep here. And I said this in another pile. Was it pile 1? I believe it was pile 1. And we did get the intuition card, I believe, in pile 1. So you may have resonated with pile 1. If you did, you may want to go and listen to that, because there could be some messages there for you. But, okay, so some of you guys, you may have come from a situation, maybe you felt that wasn't serving you, a situation of lack, something where maybe you haven't felt that stable within yourself. I feel like this is an inner journey for you guys, okay? This is about the inner self more than it is your external, to be quite honest. So, this is about freeing yourself. This is about getting in touch with who you really are, what your desires are, and understanding that, there's multiple layers to us. Sort of really, like I said, digging deep there to peel those layers back and figure out what it is that you want moving forward, who you are, all those kinds of things. I think this is a very spiritual deep dive here. So, soul fragments, balance will be restored. We have a situation here perhaps where, you know, things aren't obviously in balance right now for you. This could be the case, and we have that sort of indicated here, maybe with the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're struggling, maybe you're balancing a lot right now, or juggling a lot, I should say, and struggling to balance, you know, the multitude of things that you may be dealing with at this moment. You may feel like there's a lot of responsibilities on you. You may feel like you have a lot of burdens. You're carrying a lot of weight here, but I feel like you're working on lifting this, because of course the card does say balance will be restored. So you will get to that balance once again. We have the spiritual evolution, set your heart free. So you know, if you guys are in any way feeling like you're maybe not doing what you're meant to be doing, so you're not feeling like your heart is fulfilled, you're not maybe feeling like you're following your divine path, that is changing for you guys, I feel like, as well. You are coming into an understanding of self, an understanding of your path ahead, and you know what it is that is you know, going to make you happy on a heart level and on a soul level. Once again, yeah, you might want to listen to the other piles. I feel like all three piles today have had a connection. So, you know, maybe you might want to listen to the whole reading, but that's totally up to you. If you've only felt drawn to this pile, then by all means, just listen to this pile. So we also have lead the way, light your own path. So I do feel like this is the time now for you guys going on that discovery of self, to head towards what it is that makes you happy. And you know, this may not be what you know, everyone else, you know, is doing. This might not be you know, something maybe that even others, you know, see your how do I put this? It may not be the way that others see, you know, your life panning out. You know, sometimes we can have that issue of expectation put upon us, you know, of other people saying, oh, you know, I see you doing this in your life, see you doing that and being successful with this, and you know, that would make me happy, and all those sorts of things. And we're sort of confined sometimes by those expectations put upon us. But this is you doing your thing, being in your authentic self, discovering what it is about you that, you know, is driving you forward right now, and to certain things, to certain places. So this is you leading the way forward on a path of authenticity. So, you know, and many others may follow you once, you know, they see the steps that you are taking to, you know, undertake what makes you happy, and not sort of following maybe the usual path, you know, that perhaps others have. So, yeah, so intuition is really important here, guys, and we have the High Priestess here as well. So I do feel like for some of you too, you are getting in connection with perhaps your higher self, but also sort of the divine universal energy, sort of harnessing some of that. I think this is a great time for you guys to step into that if you haven't already. Because, you know, you know, this, the High Priestess can sometimes talk about, you know, the thinning of the veil, meaning that, you know, you guys have the ability to connect right now, and you know, get in touch with that kind of energy, resources, you know, again, wisdom, all that sort of stuff. And you know, this may very well be you guys going in search of the thing that you know, if you feel like something's missing right now, you may be going in search of that thing that you feel is missing, or it's that search for self. And I did mention that before in a previous part, the search for self. So this seems to be a bit of a universal thing at the moment with these piles. So we do have the Fool as well. So I do feel like, you know, this could be a leap of faith that you guys are needing to take, and it's a leap of faith, I feel, on yourselves. So I don't feel it to be anything external. I feel like it is you guys literally taking that leap of faith on yourself, and something that you desire, something that you want. And the thing with the Fool too is he doesn't always know what he's leaping into. He doesn't know what the consequences are of his actions. You know, he sort of just, you know, works off of the belief that things will work out, right? Or that at least, you know, this step that he's taking is a step in the right direction. sometimes, you know, we do have to take that leap of faith. We can't always know what's ahead. We can't always know the next step. And sometimes it just does take that act of us saying, okay, action is better than inaction, right? So we do something, anything to make the wheels turn in motion. And, you know, as I just said, movement is better than stagnancy sometimes. So this is something I feel that you guys are undertaking, this kind of energy. And that's going to help you as well. And this could be, I mentioned in another pile as well, and I believe it was pile 1, that this could be a solo journey for you guys as well. Sometimes we do have to go on a solo journey. You know, we can't always have people with us or, you know, around us. And that doesn't mean to say that, you know, in literal terms you're going to be alone, of course, but just in terms of, you know, self-discovery, in terms of, you know, figuring out who we are and what it is that we truly want, that really is a solo journey. And you know, in order for us to satisfy ourselves on a soul level and, you know, do what makes us happy, and to, you know, be that version of ourselves that we are content with, that we can truly say that this is us on an honest level, then, you know, that is really something that we need to do on our own. So definitely I think you guys are moving into better times. I think, you know, things are shifting here again. It's once you make this discovery, it's once you take that leap of faith, it's once you sort of start this journey that I think things are going to sort of, you're going to see that transition. You're going to see the sort of change. And it's spirit's showing me like the change of seasons, right? How you'll be in one season and you'll start to see the change in nature moving into the next season. And maybe you're not, you know, in that season just yet, but those little glimpses of, you know, for instance, you know, you're starting to see flowers coming to life, you know, and, you know, spring is on its way, or you're starting to see, you know, some of the leaves on the trees go brown, and, you know, that autumn's on its way, or fall if you're from, you know, in the northern hemisphere. But, you know, yeah, I just feel like this is going to bring quite a change, but it's a change, even though I said about the, you know, the fool sort of not knowing what's coming next, I don't feel like it's a change that is unwanted or anything, or anything in the negative aspect. It's a positive change for sure. It is something that I feel like you're ready for, and it's something that you're wanting. So yeah, we're talking about setting your heart free here with spiritual evolution. So I think you guys are sort of getting more in touch with your spiritual side. Again, I feel like you guys really wanting to get to know your higher self, and making that connection here, and you know, setting your heart free in terms of not being confined by what do I want to say? Confined by like the norms of society, of, you know, how things sort of play out here in the 3D. It's all well and good to be grounded. Grounding can be very helpful, but I think you can also be overly grounded, to where we're too stuck in the 3D, and we're not remembering our true purpose here, which is, of course, one of them is spiritual evolution, right? That's one of the main things. But I think, you know, one of the keys in life is authenticity. And I think, and for some people too, you know, there's a lot of people who think that authenticity is just about sort of, I'm hearing Fleetwood Mac's song, Go Your Own Way, right? You can go your own way, you know, that song. But like, that's well and good. That is very well and good. But it's deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about saying, well, I want to dye my hair red when everyone else is telling me not to. You know, it's not about being a rebel, or like necessarily just sort of going against the swimming against the stream, right, or anything like that necessarily. But it's literally like, it is a deep dive. I mean, it is, you know, we talked about in part 1, like dark night of the soul. This is shadow work. This is fully understanding oneself. This is going deep down, you know, peeling all those layers and not being afraid of what you may discover, and really understanding yourself as a whole, right? And being able to confidently say, I know me, I know who I am, right? And, and I've spoken about this before, I think, in one of my readings. But, one of the things that really bothers me, I am sort of going on a little story here, but it'll be short, don't worry. But one of the things that really bothers me is when, say for instance, you're at a gathering or a party or something, and it really bothers me because, like, I get that, when we're conversing with people have all kinds of different mannerisms, and some people are comfortable in social situations, some people aren't, so I understand that, and I think it's sort of the norm. The first thing you think to say to somebody is, oh, so what do you do, as in, like, where do you work and all that sort of thing. And I think people tend to take that as, when I say I know who I am, I know what job I do, I know how I get my income, I know where I live, I know, and that's fair enough, that's well and good, but that's not you. You know what I'm saying? This is all external stuff that we're doing here in the 3D, and that's fine. This is what keeps us going. This is what we do here in the 3D. This is what, our survival here is. But this is not you. So, there's a whole world of things to discover, again, going back to that multidimensionality, in terms of who you are and that self-discovery. So, this journey to this, like, spiritual evolution, this discovery of self, this lighting your own path, going your own way, all of that, this is really going to be enlightening for you. This is going to bring you a sense of freedom, because we can feel very restricted here in the 3D world. There's a lot of things that can make us feel sort of entrapped in, like I said, society, imposes things on us, you have to do this, do this. There's all kinds of things, right? There's expectations from left, right, and center and all that sort of stuff. And so you sort of feel like, you're sort of in this mold, right? But you don't have to be. And that doesn't mean to say, run out and be a complete rebel, but, this is about the inner self, right? And what's going on deep down inside, and on a soul level, on a heart level, right? I just feel like, I don't know, some people, I feel like, can be quite content sort of just going, and this is sort of what we have to do too, and I feel like you may be doing with your actions here. Some people are really sort of, as I said, a little overly grounded. They're sort of really stuck in the 3D, and they're not that aware of, their, spiritual self, their higher self, right? Their, soul and things like that. And I think they're very materially sort of, focused and things like that, which I said, that's all fine, because that is a part of, our living here on the 3D. This is part of our life here in this existence. That's fine. But, I think there are some that just never end up sort of realizing this side to themselves, or that part of themselves, or they don't take that deep dive, or they're too afraid to take that deep dive. And trust me, doing all the shadow work and all those kinds of things, that dark night of the soul, it is not an easy journey. And I've mentioned this before, but I'm going to mention it again, because it's just such a great example, I feel like. But if any of you have seen The Never-Ending Story, which was a very, very cool, I love that movie from the 80s, okay? So if you're an 80s child like me, you will know The Never-Ending Story, most likely. And if you haven't, you might want to watch it. I would suggest so, because it is really a magical, great movie. But anyways, there is basically a world called Fantasia that is sort of a fictitious, sort of world that this boy reads about, Sebastian reads about in a book. And anyways, the world is being torn apart, and it is about to become nothing, non-existent. And so this boy, this heroine, Atreyu has been chosen by the people of Fantasia to stop this thing called the Nothing, which is destroying Fantasia. So anyway, this boy, he is very confident and, oh yes, I've been chosen to, stop the Nothing. And he has been sort of surrounded by lots of people who keep telling him how he's this really brave warrior, and he's literally the only person in Fantasia that can stop the Nothing. And so he believes this, of course, himself. And, yes, I can and will, right, stop the Nothing. And there is a scene where basically he has to go through 3 different gates, or anyone, there's many people that have tried to go through these 3 different gates. And he gets through the first 2, but on the 3rd gate, there is a scene, and this puzzled me as a kid, but it honestly doesn't puzzle me now because I figured it out, having gone through all this kind of stuff. So he's looking at himself in a mirror, and basically the scene just goes that he's staring at himself in the mirror, and then he screams and he runs away. And as a kid, I didn't get that at all. But as an adult, I do, because the fact was that he was seeing his true self, and that was really scary to him, because for the first time, going against what everyone else was saying about him being such a brave warrior and all that, he realized that he was actually a coward. He was scared. He was afraid of what was next. He didn't really know whether he could stop the Nothing and all that sort of stuff. So all those doubts, fears, all those sorts of opposites, if you will, sort of surfaced, and he got scared and he ran away. So it's that kind of thing, doing that sort of deep work on yourself to accept yourself as a whole, and that's of course the dark and the light. I don't like saying good and bad, but we say dark and light. So but it is very rewarding once you do get to that point of self-acceptance on, as I said, the whole spectrum, right? So, yes. So, I need to stop with story time, because I can keep coming up with examples, but I need to stop. Otherwise, you guys will be here forever. So again, this is what I'm saying with leading the way. So maybe, you are going to be this person for others who ends up leading the way, and maybe to some of those people that haven't begun this spiritual journey of self, or haven't even thought to. Maybe you're making them question things. Maybe you're piquing some curiosity in people, and your actions is actually going to perhaps, light the way for others. But, the main thing here is that, you guys are, you guys are definitely doing some soul searching, I feel here, some connections to your higher self, and really tapping into more of that spiritual side of things. So yeah, union, the energy of union activates our ability to unite our outer and inner aspects towards a state of wholeness. So absolutely. So you are, and we did talk about, balance will be restored. So I feel like you're finding that balance between the outer and inner realm, or worlds, again, with this multidimensionality too, I think you're finding a way to encompass all areas and all, so, if you are, getting into the spiritual side of things, and you are making a connection with the 5D, other realms, dimensions, whatever it is for you, on that spiritual side of things, you're managing very well, in the upcoming, near future, to balance that with what's going on in the outer. So it's balancing the 3D and the 5D, basically. I feel like you guys are going to be able to do that really, really well. And your inner knowing of self, your understanding of self, as well as what's going on in the outer, and perhaps how you're projecting that towards the world, or how the world is perceiving that, and the certain expectations and all that sort of stuff that we, sort of go through in the 3D. You're balancing that as well with, that inner knowing of and understanding of your higher self and the 5D and things like that. And, yeah. But I do feel like, this is definitely going to be a movement forward for you guys, and a very interesting journey for you to be embarking upon. And we do, of course... Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know if you heard that. It was a bit of a loud noise. Oh, yeah. We got planes going overhead. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, with this Page of Cups that I haven't talked about yet. So, again, this is inviting you guys, to be open-minded, okay, about the next stages, what's going on here. Discovering new things, right? Not being afraid to step into the new, being open to possibilities. There could be some opportunities coming up for you guys as well that you may be taking advantage of, that is going to also propel you forwards in the near future. The Page of Cups too can be a bit, sort of like that inner child, like sort of feeling as well. So maybe some of you are sort of getting back in touch with your inner child, and sort of feeling that feeling of being free again, like very childlike, very happy, very, I want to say happy-go-lucky, right? Because we don't have a lot of worries, do we, really, as kids, and we're sort of in that, mindset of, we're not letting the day-to-day sort of get to us like it does so much as adults, so that 3D world doesn't affect us as much, and we just sort of, I don't know, we just sort of skip along, don't we, in our happy little world that we've created of our own. And it seems like when you're a kid, nothing is impossible. Everything is new and fresh, and I feel like you guys are really coming into all that energy again. This could feel, I just heard the word revitalizing, so this could feel very revitalizing for you guys, stepping into this new era, this new period. And new era is something, I wanted to say as well. So, again, with that Page of Cups, you're exploring new sides to yourself. Again, with multidimensionality, you're figuring out that, there are layers and layers to you. And this is going to be very exciting. This is going to, make you want to delve even deeper into yourself and who you are, and figuring those kinds of things out. Again, trust your intuition. So moving forward, a lot of your next steps, a lot of, your near future depends, not depends, I shouldn't say depends, sorry, but is, gives importance to you tapping into that intuition, right? And really working from that space. And it does take some time to trust that intuition, because of everything that we do have going on in the outer world. It can sometimes, distract us. It can sometimes make us doubt ourselves, so it is really hard sometimes to trust that intuition. And it is a bit like the Fool, and sometimes we have to have that bit of blind faith and just say, okay, this is really my gut feeling. I'm just going to go with it. And, you will be happily rewarded when you do, because, of course, when we go with our intuition, we are following our inner truth, our inner knowledge, our inner knowing, and that always leads us to where we need to be. I mean, yeah, and with that fish popping out of the cup, of course, there may be something unexpected that's coming for you guys. Maybe once you take this leap of faith, you may you know, come across something happily unexpected. I don't, you know, it's not in a negative sense. But definitely you guys are on a journey for sure. But it's a journey, it's a very deep spiritual journey. It's a journey of self. It's a journey of, you know, understanding yourself on many levels, and, you know, peeling that onion, seeing what's there, going for what it is that, you know, your heart wants, you know, finding that emotional fulfillment, just going your own way, doing your own thing, and in the midst, sort of getting that balance between, you know, like I said, the 3D and the 5D. So, you know, sort of, you know, your intuition, and going with your gut, and, you know, what your heart wants, you know, that soul purpose kind of thing, but also, you know, being able to navigate and successfully sort of, you know, go through the motions with the 3D world as well. And you know, like I said, with this 5 of Pentacles, if you guys, you know, have felt a little bit lost, a little bit, you know, unsure of where you are or where you're headed, that is going to be changing, and you guys will have a sense of direction very soon. It's just, you know, that thing of taking that leap of faith here with that Fool, and going with that intuition, and trusting that, you know, you will be led to where you need to be. And, you know, it's not always easy, but you will get there. Guys, this was your reading, pile number 3. I really hope that helped. And this was your message from the universe. If you like my channel, if you like my energy and today's reading, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much, and I will hopefully see you on the next reading. Take care.